I ignored my advice. The same advice I gave a lot of you out there months ago. But I guess I have to remind myself, it's impossible to talk to Donald Trump supporters. Even now, 2 months after he was left office, voted out of office, it's impossible to even try to reason with them. They're still convinced that Donald Trump won the 2020 election, that the election was stolen from them, that the election was somehow rigged. What was it that Donald Trump said? Right, the only way I'll lose this election if it's rigged. What I'm trying to get at is that this morning, at the day of this video's posting, this morning, I wasted an entire morning debating voter rights suppression with a Trump supporter. By now, everyone pretty much has heard what Iowa's trying to do. I made a comment on Facebook saying that this is voter suppression all over again. And obviously this Trumper questions me on it, and I answer the question. She asks me, how is this voter suppression? I told her she's trying to take away the voting rights of people of color in this country, specifically African Americans, all in an attempt to get Donald Trump reelected. She tried to shrug it off, laugh it off, saying, you're an idiot, what was it the word she called me? I don't have the thing in front of me, but what was she called me? A dingbat, I think the word is. Anyway, we get into this huge pissing contest between us. I tell her that Trump is not going to be elected president again in 2024. She goes off on this whole Trump plus spiel. I tell her about what happened on January 6th, saying that that's what's going to stop him from being president again. She goes off on this whole spiel about how Trump didn't instigate it, which he did, how Trump's words didn't instigate what happened, which they did. And then she goes off on giving me a history lesson about how the Capitol was invaded before in the past. Now, the site of the Capitol has been the presence of protests and everything else, but nothing like we saw on January 6th, where people actually broke into the Capitol with the express motive of killing anyone who didn't support Donald Trump. How you got white supremacists and Donald Trump supporters saying on Facebook, Twitter, or even worse, on live CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, everywhere, saying that their main goal was to overturn the election and give it to Donald Trump by any means necessary. Anyway, this woman, who's obviously a Trump supporter, I'm sorry if I had mentioned that already. Anyway, she tells me that obviously I have mental problems, giving me every single reason in the book, every single diversion away from the facts. This all started with me commenting about voter suppression, which is taking place. States across the entire country have bills to try to stop the disenfranchised people of color, African Americans especially, from voting. She didn't even want to talk about that. She went off about this huge conspiracy theory, the same kind of conspiracy theories that Donald Trump has spewed, about how mail-in voting was the reason why Trump lost. Of course it was, because more people voted this in the past election than anything else, because we saw the danger of what Donald Trump is. But she wants to go off against how mail-in voting was manipulated and all that stuff. She didn't even give me any evidence to support that position. And she's going to go off on this whole spiel about voter fraud and everything else. And I even told her that Donald Trump's own people, the people he hired personally to look into this, to secure the past election, to look into the past election, one of them being his former AG, Billy Barr. One of his own guys in Homeland Security said there was no voter fraud, no voter tampering. And right now, voting machine companies are actually suing people in Donald Trump's camp. But all that didn't mean anything to her. She kept calling me an idiot or stupid or all that kind of stuff. I'm a big guy. I can take the names. What I can't take is stupidity. Complete warranted stupidity. What really bothers me and frightens me about Donald Trump supporters is that they're so fanatical about Donald Trump that they're willing to do anything for him. Even if it means cutting up the Constitution. The real facts about all of this is that Donald Trump, he may not even live to see the next election. Now, that's not a call for me the violence against him. And that's not me wishing death on him. But it's the simple facts. Donald Trump is a very, very unhealthy person. Mentally, obviously. Physically, definitely. So there's a good chance that he may actually be, by 2024, he may actually be in a rest home or a mental hospital or probably in jail. Let me remind everyone, and I completely forgot to even talk to her about this. The phone call to the Georgia Secretary of State. They're still investigating that. And I don't know what's taking so damn long. That's his voice on the tape. Trump is not going to be president ever again. And no matter how much these Bushwick, Jim Crow wannabe bills are going to do anything about it, it's not going to happen. All they're trying to do is stop African Americans and people of color in this country from voting because they saw what happened in 2020. They saw what happened in Georgia when we flipped the state blue, got control of the Senate and the House. So I wouldn't be too celebrating about Donald Trump trying to stop the Republican Party from using his face or his likeness. Because it's going to be all for nothing. Because all the Republican Party is doing right now is kissing his ass, praying for his support, knowing full well that if he runs again, it's over. But honestly, back to my original point, stop trying to talk to Donald Trump supporters. It's not possible. And it's just not worth the time or the effort or the aggravation. They do not want to hear facts. They want to hear what they want. They want to hear, quoting Kellyanne Conway, alternative facts. The sky is blue. They say it's yellow. Trump says it's yellow. They'll believe it. Water isn't wet. Donald Trump said that, so I believe it. That's the mindset of the Trump supporter. And there's nothing that you, me, or anyone else can do to break them of that condition, especially after CPAC when that golden statue of Trump was brought in. But that doesn't mean we give up. I don't mean give up as in trying to reach them. They're unreachable. I mean not give up as in slapping them in the face with the facts. That's all we got, is the facts. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.